got all the power? You give her the beans?
It has plenty of beans, buddy.
This is a twin turbo setup, so there's one. And they actually work. Oh God. Man, this thing sounds good when it's warming up in the morning. I hear my little baby cam. All the EFI and 90s crap on this car kind of mellows it out, but you can still hear it. It's there, little baby cam. You can hear it. All right, guys, so I just got down to the machine shop where we brought the engine at yesterday. I'm here to pick it up for the F100. They did put new cam rings in and with the cam, so they made sure it's all like line honed and straight and whatnot. So we should be finally good to put this thing together. Finally, this is machine shop trip number 4. Some of which were machine shop's fault, some of which were my fault because this is a learning experience. But anyways, I have a box behind me which you can barely see some exhaust pieces. Well, that's a twin turbo kit for a small block Ford that I've kind of had, and it's kind of gone around like 3 of my friends back and forth a bunch. And Michael ended up with it, so I'm kind of being the delivery boy here. I'm gonna bring it over to his house, and you guys will not believe the vehicle we're about to put a twin turbo small block Ford Turbonetics kit on. A little ridiculous, but anyways, I'm gonna pick the motor up and we'll head up there. Alrighty, you don't need a truck. See, I have a truck, it doesn't do truck things, so I got a Foxbody, and it's 2022, and it identifies as a truck. So we got a whole turbo kit in the back of this thing, and a block. So you can see now, oh, well, that's in straight now and sealed up. And on the front half, those are nice and good, not heft up. I like that. That's good. Perfect. So, you ready to get stanky with the old turbo kit?
Milk, and did you tell them what we're doing with it?
No, they have no clue what car it's for either.
Okay, that'll be interesting. It'll be on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
When I start installing it, but yeah. Duct tape drags, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow. That's good.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah, brand used. Alright, so this is the turbo kit that's been passed around from a bunch of different friends. And this is a small block Ford Turbonetics Twin turbo kit. So you can see there's the hat right there. I'm obviously going to pull this stuff and lay it all out. It's really like some cheap hackery going on here. I don't know what Air Research is, but these are not really the greatest of turbos. They're bushing, they're not bearing or anything crazy. But the one thing that is really, like, it's got really nice stuff in it. So these are some Turbo Smart wastegates. These are very expensive, but there is only one of them. We need 2. Turbo Smart blow-off valve, wastegate. We need another wastegate. Down pipe for the exhaust, Y pipe for the intake. This is a twin turbo setup, so there's one. And then we have another one right here, as well as I don't know what this is. This is the one thing I've been trying to figure out what it does. And then some small block Ford headers that somebody cut and welded, or yeah, the wastegate mount and then the actual turbo flange mount onto it. And then it's got a Y pipe and a bunch of other stuff. So it's a top mount twin setup. So it'll sit kind of up front in your face. We're gonna probably maybe modify some stuff, and depending on where things sit, because the manifolds are gonna be flipped upside down. Oh, before I get ahead of myself, this is the massive piece of machinery that we're gonna be putting these things on. Oh, that thing just folded like a sandwich.
I think we can bend it back.
You figure, kind of looking at the turbo kit, this is something that would need to get completely redone from scratch if you're going to put it on something like my Foxbody or the Mustang or whatever, you know. If you're going to put it on something nice, if you even want to call it that, you would be redoing a lot of this stuff from scratch, and you really wouldn't use any of this piping because a lot of it isn't obviously designed for that chassis. So we picked this car because not only does it have probably the worst 5.0 HO fuel injection intake manifold ever made on the planet. This is like the early Gen 1 or whatever, and it's the very low one with the tiny little ports. I mean, just look at how small the runners are on this thing compared to the one in my Foxbody. My Foxbody one with the GT40 one and the Explorer one is like twice the volume. Also, tiny little throttle body neck. So cute. So cute. And then all the other stuff. The headers on this thing suck. Everything on it sucks. What we had the great idea of doing was
I got a free carburetor and intake manifold and stuff, so basically carb and turbos. So
sounds like a plan.
Catch this car at Duct Tape Drags.
Yeah, so this was the T-Bird that we brought last year to Duct Tape Drags along with my F100, and this thing had a broken AOD. He lost the 3rd and 4th gear shift bank in it, so it was just 1st and 2nd, so we just tore up the burnout pit all weekend in this car, and it did really good, but it needs some more power. We have a built tranny in it now. As crappy as it looks, this thing's actually very capable. It's done a lot of crazy stuff. He has a bunch of cool suspension stuff he's done to it, but all that stuff you can see on his channel at About Horsepower, and you can watch the whole turbo install. So we're gonna be doing the teardown today and kind of get into it, figure out where we want to put things and mock stuff up. So the first thing we're gonna be doing is pretty much ripping out all the AC and then all of the fuel injection stuff. So we're gonna be taking all that stuff, tossing it, getting ready for the carb intake manifold setup, and then mock up the turbos. So a lot of stuff to do, so let's get into it. Take the EGR off, you ain't eating your own fart no more, car. Well, turbos, but it's different.
Different fart.
Different fart. Good fart. Huh? Yeah, I need a big wrench. Oh wow, that looks good. Get you?
Barely.
Barely. Yeah. Time to test the tensile strength of everything else. Yeah. Can't hurt anybody.
Held in by 2 bolts.
What?
This radiator's only held in by 2 bolts.
It's fine.
Quick release radiator.
Oh! That one's flawless. You know what to say, man. Don't pull connectors by the wires. You gotta pull them by the wires. Yeah! What's that good too? Really enjoying testing the tensile strength of everything that I'm touching today. Oh, that's broken. Well, you're really not going back now. I've broken like half the clips I've touched, including that one. You don't need a harness. I don't know what half this crap does. This isn't anything like a Foxbody. This is stupid. Alright, all EFI BS is deleted. Seems to be the issue. Yeah, it's an issue. Nice. Don't you just love making a nice new fuel-injected car? New to us. A nice ancient carbureted boosted pile of junk? So do we.
The Turbonetics.
Wow, that's a good way to store the rad hose. Just go up at an angle. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wait. There you go. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Custom. Dirt injected, baby.
Oh yeah.
And water injected. I like it. Looks pretty decent, though. These heads actually have
Wood
decent ports.
injected.
You know how heads are on this thing?
E7.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. These heads suck.
Yeah.
This little minty unit. The intake ain't bad. It's the upper that's junk. The upper is absolute garbage. Although these are the little tiny oval ports, so we're definitely gonna throw both of them in the trash because, yeah, probably just take the fuel rails, and those heater hoses are the same as my Foxbody, so I'll keep those. But yeah, this intake's like, I'm pretty sure this is like the cruddiest 5.0 intake you can get. I think there are like T-Bird, SN95, and some Lincolns I think had these ones. Junk. Yeah, I don't like these. Get an Explorer one. Alrighty guys, do a little parts run. Got some other stuff and things, and some other parts we're gonna use. And then we started mocking up turbo kits, so it actually seems like it's going to fit pretty well. See, this is where the Y pipe is. It sits right up by the plenum, kind of Y's into the throttle body right there. Turbo over here, turbo over here. Pretty self-explanatory. So, but while we were going to get parts, I realized that I have the AC in it. It does work now, finally. Everything's all sealed up, charged up, works really well. The one thing I will say, if you guys are going to convert your car from 134 or from R12 to 134, there is a little piece inside of the factory AC compressor that has like a little tab in it. So you need to notch out a little section of the line to slip it in there. There's a bunch of pictures and videos online about it. Realistically, you kind of have to like cut the line in half, like notch it down so it slips in. You'll see what I'm talking about if you look inside there. Or you can get the 134 caps for the compressor, but I knew mine were fine, so I didn't bother. But the other thing I was missing, so this is the vacuum line that comes out of the heater box or blend door actuator inside the car. This is for all the HVAC controls. Now, there is a restrictor, like control, whatever you want to call it, vacuum tree that sits right here, and then it goes over to the other side of the car and hooks up in the where the red AC slot is on the actual vacuum tree. Now, just went to O'Reilly's, got some vacuum line. I'm gonna run this over to the tree, over to here to that control valve, and then I have some small stuff that I'll take, because you can see the end of mine is pretty much broken off, and there's no way I'm pulling the dash of this car apart again to change that. So I have some of this small stuff that'll slip over in between the two and basically cut it, slip this over it, and then we should be good to go. So probably heat shrink both ends too. I'm gonna get that working and see if we can have vents. Paid a lot of money for those vents. I want them to work. Yeah, they actually work. Oh God, I have to vacuum it out. Oh, it's cold too. Wow. That's so crazy. They're not even open all the way. There we go. Oh, it whistles a little bit, which is fine. Oh, this is nice. Look at this luxury. Look at it. Now that's nice.
AC.
I'm so happy. That's gonna be a heater and AC, and literally all it was just a little vacuum line. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I just want it to be known, my genius engineering. You don't have it. Okay. If you don't have a clutch stupid fan puller thing, just take a ratchet strap and strap all the pulleys together and away she goes, man. Look at that.
You're just gonna want to strap it just enough so the water pump starts weeping out.
Oh yeah, yeah, but it's fine. It's not my car. Oh yeah, and then we just give her a little tension under there. We're gonna delete half these pulleys anyway, so she's good. She'll send. Wrap around the alternator, and I'm convinced you can take a tie down. You can make an actual belt. You can get home on a tie down. I'm calling it. Oh, that looks way better without that junk.
Ah, man.
This is gonna be good.
So fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh.
All right, nice, clean. Can't have dirty garbage. Not looking too bad. Dang, is that 3.7 Godzilla?
Small block Chevrolet.
I like it, dude. You can't even see it, so low. Wow, it's really far back. Holy crap. It's like here's like the center of the wheel well. The motor's like way back there. It's got all the power. You give her the beans.
That's plenty of beans, buddy. Plenty of beans.
Go from a stock 5.0 Bronco to this.
Dude,
beans.
it goes.
Big beans.
And it's, you know, it's all aluminum. Wait,
Oh yeah, we got the aluminum. I forgot about that.
Hey, dude, they got, so underneath the bed sides, they got fiberglass stiffeners to keep the aluminum solid so it
No,
doesn't
really?
wobble in the wind. Yeah.
Wow. You know what this thing weighs?
I don't know.
Yeah, check that sticker. Oh, it even smells like a new truck.
Hell yeah.
It's because it is new. How many miles are on it?
452.
Dang.
When I got it on Monday, it had 40 on it.
Oh, you're putting some miles on it, man. You're breaking it. You're already almost to the breaking point.
I got it Monday with a full tank, and I filled up today, Thursday,
Yeah.
and it was $173 for 91.
Ouch.
91 was $6.69 a gallon.
And what'd you get in your Sentra? Like 20?
30 miles a gallon, but I was paying the same amount because it burned oil.
Oh, so you aren't paying in fuel, you're paying in oil.
Damn straight.
Nice.
Yep.
Did you do burnouts? You tried yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she doesn't. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was expecting no.
I left the dealership and the road was kind of wet, and I just pulled from a dead stop, and it was spinning tires through 50 and still pulling on my dad's EcoBoost in sport mode.
Dude, we're gonna have to film a race where it's this versus my Fox.
I want to take it to Verona.
And we should run them. I'm curious. I would be very not surprised if this thing just blew the doors off me. Look at how clean it is. Oh my God. It's like it's brand new or something. It's pretty fancy. It's almost like you can eat food off this thing.
Hey, how do you read these stickers? Oh.
I know you can weld. Can you read?
Wait a minute.
They didn't teach you that in welding school.
No, they didn't.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's neato, ain't it? Yeah, she's got a Chevy motor in her, I can tell. This is a 2022 F-250 with a Godzilla. That's sick. It's actually a lot narrower than I thought, because I haven't seen one in person. It looks like a small block, but it's really tall. I know it's very tall, but that'd fit in here. That'd definitely fit in here. It is a tall motor, but it's not wide.
It's very tall.
It's this tall. Yeah, it's about that tall. I've seen this thing running around town. I was curious of like what's done to it and what it is. I see Kingpin beams, so it's still got stock beam setup, just like modified, obviously. But it's 72 shorty. Oh, that's sick. Oh, this is an old build. It's been around for a minute. That's cool though. Dude, it's got a carbon dash.
It's carbon wrapped.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like upholstered carbon or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Is it an LS? I can't see the motor. Oh dang, it's all
alternator.
tinned in. Wow.
Alternator's right there, so it might be.
Yeah, I think it is an LS. I like the color combo too. It actually looks pretty rad. That light rack is the way to go. I like the adjustable light racks too. Dang, he just welded it right to the A-pillar. That's kind of cool. Wow, there's like that kind of hangs pretty low. I love it. That's sick. When will I get one? The world may never know. My pre-runner's cooler. Mine's more unique. Oh wow. It's like wah wah. Oh dude.
Yeah, dude, this thing's got torque.
Oh man. Take me back to high school when we cutting the exhaust off.
Right now.
Oh, sweet. Alrighty, guys, we're back home. Man, having working vents in this car, that's absolutely crazy. I've never even been in a Foxbody with like working air conditioner vent, but just having it not stuck on defrost and be able to go floor and then AC vents and then defrost, hot and then cold and then max cold and whatnot, being able to change the speeds and all that, it's something like you really do take for granted when it's taken away from you and you don't have it anymore. Because I had it in my Focus and I sold the Focus a year ago and I've been driving this without it every single day, and it's just kind of been like, wow, it's nice to have it back. It feels good. So we do have the motor in the back of the car. I'm gonna get it thrown on the stand real quick, and then tomorrow we'll be able to go ahead and put all this stuff back in the way I took it out and continue hopefully finally getting the engine and short block back together finally. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing thrown on the stand real quick. Good. I think so. Alright guys, got the motor on the stand, it's ready to go back together. We will throw it together in the morning. But yeah, pretty happy with the car. Came out pretty good. As far as the turbo kit on Michael's car, you can check that out on Michael's channel at About Horsepower. He'll actually be doing all the install stuff, so I kind of filmed the teardown and whatnot. In return, I pretty much brought that turbo kit to him and stole all of his AC stuff to make my vents work. So now I have working vents. The AC and cooling and HVAC system in this car is complete. Works flawlessly. I'm so stoked about that. So it's kind of cool to get to say I have a Foxbody that has a completely working AC and heater, and it works beautifully. So very proud of that. Super happy with that. But yeah, so tomorrow, like I said, we'll pretty much be putting this entire F100's engine together, or pretty much everything that I have for it. So expect that in the next video. Leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. It really mean a lot to me. And that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.